You're listening to the Geek Awakens, where the talk is geekier than, well, running late because you can't figure out what to say right now. Let's give it up for the host himself. It's Mitch.
You know, right now I am in a corner, and it explicitly says in my contract that nobody puts Mitch in the corner.
I must have overlooked that in the contract. I will address that with our attorneys, and we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Also joining us is Tabitha.
There's something seriously wrong with you. That's why you're in the corner. I was going to make a tasteless Patrick Swayze joke, but I decided not to.
Good times. Also joining us is... Well, that mic is hot. Wow. Also joining us is Matt.
Mitch should remember that he sat himself in that corner from the very beginning we started this show.
It's true.
Not this far into the corner.
Well, no, not that far. We have an expanded cast, which, has led to that, but you did sit over there to start with.
You're right.
Also, go on.
I don't know. I got nothing.
He's like, I was going to try to say something, but it didn't happen. Also, we've got Chuck.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Is your mic on?
Yeah, yes.
Mine is very quiet.
It is very quiet.
It's odd.
It is odd, especially for me. Hello? Is it on?
I hear you. Just, I don't know why it's so...
Hello?
Wait a minute.
Is this thing on?
Wait a minute. Keep talking.
I'm talking.
Wait.
Mitch is going to change his name to Baby because Baby got put in the corner. Hey, that helped.
Oh.
That helped a lot.
Sorry. So we have the main board, but then for these mics, we have a separate board that apparently is dangling onto the floor because that's, healthy for electronics. Stop it. Thank you, actually. And then also joining us for the very first time, it's Cam.
Hello, all. I don't have much right now, but I'm just going to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, just give it time. Like I said, if you feel like talking, talk.
Well, I'm stuck in the middle of it right now. So
Literally he is
in
in the middle. Two on each side and one across.
In the thick of it.
And it's pretty thick in here. I'm a big man. Anyways, Mitch, what have you got for us today?
All right. We got a ton of stuff to talk about. Matt's actually going to start us off with some kind of Doctor Who news.
I don't know if it's Doctor Who news or not anymore. I'm really... I had a way that I was going to introduce myself tonight because I was so excited about Doctor Who coming back, being on Amazon Prime and streaming.
How are you going to do it?
I was just going to say all on Z.
Ah.
Nice.
But I now that Amazon pulled their tweet and they pulled it from the list that says that it's going to be released streaming in March. So now nobody seems to know for sure whether it's really going to happen, so I'm really kind of in limbo.
Can I say that when I initially saw the first post, I'm like, shut up. So I went and read the story. I'm like, all right, nice, okay, we're going to have some Doctor Who on Amazon because I have an Amazon Prime membership.
Right, I was thrilled for that.
I was like, sweet, okay, so as long as I've got it somewhere in my realm of being able to watch, I'm happy. And then today, as I was sitting and drawing one, I glanced down and I'm like, what?
Yeah, when I saw the initial article, I actually was standing alone in my kitchen at the time, and I did it. I did a fist pump. I was very excited. I mean, I was the only one in my house awake at the time, so that was probably a good thing. But yeah, I was very excited, and now I don't know,
Just kind of less excited.
hanging by a moment.
He's so distraught.
I can tell. Poor Matt.
But see, what gets me though is they took the time to, do the tweet, and I guess there was a video that went with the tweet. So I kind of feel like there's still something happening. Maybe they just announced it too early.
Yeah, maybe it's going to be kind of a solo, like, hey, by the way, as a big announcement, we are going to have this, and that wasn't, it was intended to be included as part of the whole list, but kind of as a special, hey, guess what we got to do? But nobody knows right now.
It's still really weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know, something that is actually coming back. There's a little bit of details released on the DC Comics Rebirth. I was waiting for Matt to correct me.
Oh, Reboot?
Yeah.
Although every time I see an article that has that little logo that's blue and it says Rebirth, all I can think is Rebooth.
Same.
I've done my job. So Rebirth is officially going to begin in May, which I think we already knew that. And it's going to be spearheaded by Jeff Johns, who's written for a lot of DC Comics. He's also the chief creative officer. So there's, in addition to the 80-page special kicking everything off, there's also going to be Rebirth specials for titles such as Aquaman, Batman, Justice League, the one that I'm super excited about, Nightwing, Supergirl, Teen Titans, ton more. And then after that, most of DC Comics are going to reissue with a relaunch with a new number 1, with the exception of Action Comics and Detective Comics, which are going to go back to their original numbering, which Action would be 957, Detective 934. So,
does DC still have their Vertigo imprint?
I believe so, but I don't think this is affected by this at all.
I knew they weren't canon, so I didn't know.
Yeah. But yeah, and then another thing. Once Rebirth starts, all DC Comics are going to go back down to $2.99 a piece, which
that's the one piece of news about this whole thing that actually makes me a little happier.
It's cool, but at the same time,
I'm still going to end up paying more because now I'm going to pay $2.99 for a bi-monthly instead of $3.99 for a monthly.
Exactly.
So you're still getting an extra $2 out of my pocket as long as I continue to buy buy the comic. But I mean, at least it's $2, not like $4 if they'd kept it at $3.99.
Right. But
man, comics gone up since I read.
They've gone up since I first got into comics when I was, I don't know, junior high.
Well, I mean, I had seen them go up because I started when I was young, but I mean, I just didn't realize they were $3 a pop now.
Yeah,
and those are like just the regulars.
Yeah.
But, oh my god!
Like pretty much everything Marvel is $3.99.
Yeah, Marvel starts at $3.99. They'll throw in a couple of $4.99.
Like specials here and there, not to mention the variants, which may be more. I don't know. I remember buying them, when my first go around in comics for like $1.75.
See, even that is expensive.
It wouldn't be now, but it was for me then.
Back when I started, they were still, under $1.
That would be nice.
That
right?
would be nice.
Yeah.
I have some for sale if you're interested.
Selling to me for $1.75?
No. Buck a book.
That's nice of you.
I thought so.
It's turning into Chuck's pawn shop.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Hey, you interested in buying advertising for this show? Or
Speaking of which,
depends on how well I do.
since it's been brought up, this episode of the Geek Awakens is sponsored by H&R Block. Did you get your taxes done somewhere else last year? If so, give us a call. Stop on in because we will give you your tax return for half of what you paid for your preparation last year. And that's simply the preparation fees, not including any processing fees. So, minimum there is $100 because a lot of times they charge a lot more than that. I have seen somebody who got a 1040 EZ done at another store for $250. We charge for a 1040 EZ $80, something along those lines. So, yeah, we're generally cheaper and more experienced. So, come on at H&R Block and we'll take care of you. And that is all.
Mental note for Mitch not to make that joke later in the show.
Right. No, now I can. Now it's good.
Because that's out of the way.
Right.
Gotcha.
The real sponsor has been noted.
Yes. So, another DC story. It had been announced a while ago well, back when, after Convergence, one of the new titles for DC was Prez, which was about a teenager who was elected president via like a Twitter poll or whatever.
Oh God.
Yeah. It was originally solicited.
Bad idea.
It does. I've personally never read it, but I have heard from a few people that it's actually a pretty good story. But nevertheless, it was originally solicited for 12 issues. DC cut that back to 6, but then they said it was going to be 2 6-issue miniseries. So then once the whole rebirth thing started, it was kind of up in the air. Well, the writer for Prez, Mark Russell, confirmed via Twitter that Prez will return after rebirth. So
it's a good place to announce that.
It is.
I might as well have used Twitter, not announce that on Facebook or Tumblr.
Yeah.
That'd be awkward.
Or MySpace.
Cross-platforming, but still.
Can we actually vote for the president on Twitter? I support this.
Okay, we've read tweets in here. You want those people voting for presidents?
That's a valid point.
That's how Trump's going to get in the White House.
Please don't even joke.
I'm just saying, if we're going to let it be Twitter, he's all over that. So,
Is he really?
That's a valid. That is a valid thought.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a new one. He's got a new tweet just about every morning.
Yeah.
We should just vote on like how many mentions each president or presidential candidate gets on Twitter, not or how many followers, and then that's who's the president, and then the runner-up is the vice president.
But then, well, currently you're allowed to follow more than one presidential candidate. Would you have to follow only one?
Ooh.
No? Yes? I don't know.
I mean,
It's a
because like
quandary.
the cop out then is why I like all of them. That's a lot.
How does that work for a write-in?
Oh. You make your own like Twitter, and you're like, I'm the new write-in. and
There you
people
go.
Like it.
Yeah, I
There you
mean,
go.
yeah, you just write a tweet and be like, hey guys, I'm writing in for president.
Hashtag Tabitha for president.
Tabitha for Priz.
There it is, folks. You heard it here first. The next ride-in, Tabitha.
Man. I'm starting to rethink who I'm going to support this year.
No one should put me in charge of a red button that makes things go boom, ever.
I think it's a little more complicated than
I mean,
that.
yeah, but I'm also not very organized, so they'd be like, you were supposed to be it like this.
You know what? They
Peace meeting.
have people.
Yeah,
They're called handlers.
I know.
I'm fairly certain that if you just show up, they tell you what to do.
Pretty much.
I'm not good at that.
You would be a figurehead
What
anyway.
are you good at?
Not a lot, but thanks.
Well, you just said I'm not good at that. I'm not good at that. Okay, what are
I'm
you
not
good
good
at?
at listening.
Keep digging that hole.
Not good at making decisions.
Wow.
You get no more cupcakes.
This is the worst show ever.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm sorry, Tabitha.
Those were delicious, by the way.
I'm so sad that I missed those.
You are.
Oh, they were
Yeah.
terrible. You wouldn't have liked it.
They were so bad. You know,
I was in no shape to be here last week, though. Let me tell you.
I kept a hold of 6 of them just so that nobody else had to eat them. They were gone by the next day.
Our savior.
They were amazing.
So Tabitha, while you're busy not making cupcakes, what's going on with Iceman or Iceman? Iceman? He's like Jewish now. That's cool.
Harvey Iceman.
Oi.
I can't even talk about this right now.
She is taken aback.
I am. You've rendered me speechless. So we were always afraid of Rogue touching people. Rogue can't touch Bobby. She might kill him, whatever. Science has actually decided that Bobby can't touch anybody because every time he uses his power, he creates enough heat, that like the equivalent of heat to one human being, to pretty much kill everyone within like a 10-foot radius. Science has out-scienced the X-Men.
That's stupid.
It's not my fault, it's science.
No. See, here's the thing.
Kind of goes with that Spider-Man thing.
I was about to bring that up.
Exactly. Iceman is a fictional character.
It doesn't matter.
Spider-Man is a fictional character. You can't just science them away.
You can science anything away.
Well, I know a toupee that needs to be scienced away. Here's the thing, though. It doesn't matter. He's still a fictional character.
But he can't touch people because he's going to kill them.
He doesn't normally touch people when he's transforming anyway.
Well, it's not when he touches people. When he touches anything, the amount of like physical force. That
Yeah, I read the article. I still think it's a load of hooey.
I'm sorry you hate science, Chuck. I can't help you.
No, I don't hate science. I just think it's faulty.
That particular science.
Tabitha is no longer supporting Chuck's pawn business.
Well, that's right. I don't think he's supporting you for president. So.
Dang.
I don't have anything you'd want.
What if I give you a button that says vote for Tabitha?
Mr. Drinky?
We can talk. Mr. Drinky.
Oh, Lord.
Oh. That robot that drinks.
Oh.
I just like to bring things up that, you know.
Random.
The robot that takes shots with you.
Right.
But going back to Iceman, and exactly what we were getting at earlier. Of course, scientifically, it's not possible. It's not possible for a man to turn into ice.
Right.
It's not a thing.
Says you.
You're right.
Well, next they're going to say the Human Torch can't exist either.
Actually, the original one probably could have because he was an android.
He'd be hot enough not to melt himself, though?
It would be like a low heat flame. He's
only on medium heat.
It's
right? He's not going to boil over.
It's
don't
a
worry.
stage flame.
Well,
it's not like a cooking flame.
In all fairness, grills are made out of metal.
Right.
Oh. Okay.
That is true.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah, there is that.
So I believe it was what Dr.
I'm pretty
Horton
sure
that
they-
originally created the Human Torch robot android.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that Human Torch was originally an android.
The original one, right? Back from like the 40s.
Huh.
Check out your original Invaders.
Will do.
You're lying.
You're right. You're right. Absolutely. So, Matt had a story about Batman versus Superman.
So we've all been keeping an eye on Batman vs. Superman as we get closer to the release. Just this past weekend, they officially announced how long Batman vs. Superman is going to be. So I basically just wanted to say the time and then pose this as a question kind of to everybody if we felt like it was too long or not. It's going to be 151 minutes, which is 2 hours and 31 minutes long.
It seems like nowadays, though, any kind of superhero movie is about that length.
Typically, you'll see a superhero movie last about 2 hours. That being said, when you add, especially for the big movies, when you add 20 minutes in previews at the beginning, it can be a little bit daunting by the time you get in there and you're waiting. That being said, this movie's going to require some time. As we've discussed in the past, for this movie to be successful, it's going to have to be very long. It has to cover a lot of ground. There can't be almost any dead time.
Right.
I'm in. I love longer movies as long as they keep my attention.
So, I mean, just as a curiosity, I went and I looked at some of the more popular recent movies just to kind of get an idea for how long they were. Age of Ultron, 141 minutes. So, only 10 minutes shorter.
Right.
X-Men Days of Future Past was 132 minutes. And Star Wars Force Awakens was 135 minutes. So, all roughly within about 15 minutes of each other. So, I mean, as much as I was like, wow, 2.5 hours, and then I went and looked at these other ones and go, well, I guess it's really not that far outside the realm of the rest of them. And yeah, like you said, Pickett, with, everything that has to be covered or that we see that they look like they're gonna talk about or bring into this, yeah, there's a lot of ground to cover.
Let me pose another question. They're grasping at straws at this moment for any information they can get on this movie. When's the last time you saw a press release about a runtime of a movie?
True.
I mean, we're grasping, just trying to get something. So there's obviously some excitement about this film. I just hope it's all worth it.
There's still going to be at least that one guy that's like, oh, they didn't show enough Aquaman.
Well, they're essentially setting up for the Justice League movies with this. And what did they say? They have cameos for Aquaman. I think they said Cyborg and Flash.
There's like 137 characters that they're introducing.
They're
It's
essentially
crazy.
bringing in everyone.
Right.
But what was it? I can't remember what I read. I don't know if you guys had already talked about it, but they were saying that depending on how this movie is received, they may change the whole timeline for how they're going to be doing the next few DC movies, such as Justice League and whenever Wonder Woman and all that comes out. Because I guess I wasn't a huge fan of Man of Steel, to be completely honest.
Sure.
Not that I'm not a huge Superman fan. I loved all the action sequences, but I couldn't do much of anything else, which seems it was a general consensus with the movie when it came out. So I feel like they're putting a ton into this movie, hoping for the best, which essentially would be why it's so long if they're going to be introducing everything, because they're hoping this turns out well. Because
they're essentially trying to recreate Fire. You know, we've got Marvel, who has just done a ridiculous job at bringing out their cinematic universe and tying everything in together as much as they possibly can. And then you've got DC, who in the movie universe is kind of the bastard child, because let's be honest, they haven't done a very good job at making movies. They've tried.
Yeah, they're now like behind the 8 ball. The 8 ball being Marvel.
Well, and that's just it. So this is kind of, I mean, not to sound too weird about it, but it's almost like their last stand. They have to put everything they've got into it.
That's true.
Otherwise, it's not going to be anything good, and people are going to be like, all right, I quit. I give up on the whole thing. Nobody's going to go see Wonder Woman. They're not going to go see Aquaman, anything. They're not going to see Black Panther. They're not going to... Black Panther's Marvel. Listen to me. Having a day. They're not going to see any of it. They're not going to go see it because they're not interested, because it's another flop. And so, yeah, they have to put everything they've got into it.
Yeah.
Probably one of their highest budgeted films so far, I'm sure. And definitely it's got a lot of people in there. And they have to do a lot with it. They have to. It's not even a luxury to not at this point. It's just a requirement. That's my take.
Speaking of runtimes, I just looked it up. Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring, it's 2 minutes shy of 3 hours.
Yeah, actually, on my list, I did have Return of the King, which clocks in at over 3 hours.
Right.
So, yeah.
So, it's not uncommon for a super long runtime on films anymore.
Not anymore.
No. So.
Way longer than Deadpool, but...
Well. All right, so moving on a little bit. Stan Lee has announced that Fan Expo Canada later in August is going to be his last trip to Canada, or last appearance at a Canadian con.
Did he specify why?
Because he doesn't like Canada.
Is it because he's 183?
Do they have like an age cutoff for when you can stop going to Canada? So like a age line like in Harry Potter at the border?
You're 183, eh? No more trips.
Well, he didn't say specifically, but his age is a factor, and he did say that he's 93 years old. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to do it, and I want to make it one big event. That was him quoting, not me, just for the record, because I didn't start off by saying that. But
it was implied.
But yeah, he's basically just saying, I'm getting up there. I don't have much longer to go. So
make it count.
Make it count, yeah. Which, from a personal standpoint, not that I go to Canada regularly, but that's not where I was going with that. From a personal standpoint, this news does kind of suck for me, because Stan Lee was at C2E2 last year, and he was either one of the last panels or the last panel on Sunday, and it was a long weekend for me, and I had to drive back to Springfield that day, and my buddy who was with me actually had to drive back to St. Louis. So, I mean, he had an even longer drive once I got home. So it was like probably about 12 or 1 or something like that, still a couple hours before Stan Lee even takes the stage. And we're both like, I really want to see this, but we're really tired. So I didn't see it.
Dude, man. Cuddle up in a corner and take a nap. Wait.
Well, I mean, as packed as C2E2 was, I mean, there really weren't any corners.
I'm sure.
But,
just hide under a charging table.
Good to know. Good, yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah, I'll tuck that away for next time.
So if I lose you in a couple of weeks, I'll know where to check.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
Hey, where'd Mitch go? I don't know. Check the charging tables.
So, all right. My goodness, my voice is dying. So, a few weeks ago, we talked about a story that wasn't really geeky per se about the chocolate-covered fries. Tabitha has a story that might one-up it.
I don't know about one-upping it, but it almost out-disgusted me. So, as we talked about, I don't savory and sweet at the same time. Freaks me out. I don't like it. Okay, so McDonald's is introducing the Chicken McGriddle, which is a variation on the traditional Southern dish, chicken and waffles, which is weird. Don't eat that. It's a crispy fried chicken patty sandwiched between two maple-infused waffle-like buns.
First of all,
oh, here we go.
as the biggest man in the room, I can say chicken and waffles is amazing.
No.
Yes.
No.
We can disagree about this all day, but I win. Secondly, I'm not sure how I feel about this still, though, because it's McDonald's.
Is it their actual McGriddle buns?
No, it's like they look like just regular hamburger buns, but they're like waffle patterned. I don't know. I've never eaten a McGriddle. Like, I don't know what that looks like in real life.
Okay, well then you can't really tell.
I just know what the picture looks like, and it looks like a bun that they soaked in maple syrup, and then they put it on like a waffle iron. And they
That sounds like the regular McGriddle buns, but they just
put it on a waffle iron.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And if that's what it is, then I'm down.
Right?
And then it's just like a chunk of chicken in the middle.
That's
like,
fine.
Oh.
My only beef with that is that.
I mean, chicken.
You mean?
Fair enough.
Moo.
Thank you.
Yes.
My only thing with that is that they're greasy. The McGriddles
The bun?
Yeah, the buns, they're greasy. So, other than that, yeah, I'm down.
Well, you have to go to
Just
Ohio
don't-
to try it. Because
Just
that's
don't
the only
squeeze
place
too
they have
hard,
it.
because then I guess you'll shoot the chicken right out between the buns and into the back of your throat.
That's all right. Got the maple syrup. Got me hungry now. I know people in Ohio. I don't mind driving.
Road trip.
That's right.
Geek Awakens road trip.
I'm down.
I'll stay here. Bring me back like a magnet or something from Ohio.
Cam, you in?
How can you not like chicken and waffles? How? No. How do you have fried chicken and, waffles?
She doesn't do the sweet and savory.
That doesn't make sense.
Because fried chicken goes with mashed potatoes, not waffles.
I can't fault your logic, but I still disagree.
It goes well with everything. Like the color black. It just goes.
I used to agree with you with chicken and waffles. However,
You tried it.
You ate it.
well, yeah. Well, specifically, there was like this little restaurant. I went to Cincinnati a few years ago, stumbled upon this restaurant, and like chicken and waffles was their specialty. And so I was like, okay, sure, whatever. And yeah, it was, at least their variation of it was amazing.
There's just some things that don't belong together.
I'll bet you somebody once said that about peanut butter and jelly.
Well, then they
I
were
bet you
wrong.
you're thankful they decided to try that out.
You got
Also,
your chocolate on my peanut butter. You got your peanut butter on my chocolate.
also,
It's an old ad from the 70s. Shut up.
Hungry Man now has a chicken and waffles dinner, which I
They
tried.
still
the
make
other-
Hungry Man?
Like
Oh,
the
God, yes.
microwavable things?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, actually, it was pretty. Okay, look. As far as microwavable dinners go, Hungry Man is great as long as you're getting anything chicken. Pretty much everything else is terrible, but their chicken is fire.
The chicken's the best. The brownies are awful.
Yeah, well, this one comes with like this cranberry apple like amazingness.
Ugh.
It's not like it's
So essentially, you're getting a pound of chicken and waffles. Yeah. I mean, I'm game for it.
and mashed potatoes.
Oh, okay.
Well, there's the
Which
mashed
there you
potatoes.
As long as you add
all I
butter
wanted.
to those mashed potatoes,
That's all
it's
you
good.
wanted. It's Tabitha's edition of the Hungry Man.
So I think we should go to McDonald's, get like a breakfast sandwich, chuck the sausage, get a McChicken, and just squeeze it
Make
in
your
there
own.
and see. Yeah, make it ourselves.
Yeah, and especially with all day breakfast now, this can be a thing.
Right?
But usually it's very specific breakfast for the all-day breakfast.
Yeah,
They don't
oh,
even
yeah.
give you, like, biscuits.
Yeah, what is that about?
That's junk.
I think McGriddles is on there, though. I'm going to have to check.
All right, we've got to move on. This has gone way far enough. I feel if I don't say anything, this will just be the rest of the show. Matt, Pacific Rim 2, go.
How am I supposed to follow up Chicken and Waffles with Pacific Rim 2?
Find a way. Please.
It would be interesting to watch Daredevil eat chicken and waffles.
How does that relate to Pacific Rim 2?
The Daredevil showrunner is now going to be the director of Pacific Rim 2.
Oh, okay.
Very nice transition. I like that.
Okay.
Wow.
Well played, sir.
Bizarre transition, but okay.
I gets a bell.
Yep. Nobody knew where I was going with that. Neither did
Not
I.
at all.
Neither did I.
Daredevil didn't see it coming.
Wow.
Oh.
Damn.
Too soon?
It's not like he's
No,
dead.
but he's not completely blind. He can kind of see.
He would have smelled it coming. Along with the chicken and waffles.
It's not my fault this time.
I do things just to irritate Mitch. That's really why I'm here.
That's her like role in the show. Take off, Mitch. Go on, Matt.
I mean, aside from the fact that Pacific Rim 2 has been back and forth on whether it's actually going to happen or not, this seems to be a big step in the direction of yes, considering they have officially assigned a director. Guillermo del Toro is still going to be attached, but as a producer. So, I don't know. We'll see what comes of it, but at this point, that's the only other news moving that forward. But I don't know. The first one I loved. So as soon as they started talking about a second one as a possibility, I'm all in. So, and with the awesomeness that was Daredevil, him as a director should make it pretty cool.
See, I disagree about the first Pacific Rim. I did not like it at all. I thought it was just really boring.
Really?
Yeah. But considering and I still haven't seen Daredevil because I'm an awful human being. But
Yes.
Well, you got like 3 weeks before the season 2 comes out.
yeah, we'll see. But
He won't.
but knowing that, how successful he was with the first season of Daredevil, I'm interested to see about Pacific Rim 2. Doubt I'll see it, but
I thought what was his name? The director? It's like Denied or something like that.
Yeah, Steven.
I thought he's not the showrunner for season 1 of Daredevil. They switched showrunners in between.
oh, okay.
For the life of me, I can't think of the showrunner for season 1. I can't think of his name right now off the top of my head. But season 2 is the guy that's directing.
Oh,
Pacific
see what I had
Rim
read.
2.
Yeah, didn't actually.
He didn't have any part.
Oh wait, no, this
No, it says the showrunner of Daredevil season 1 and his work on Joss Whedon created shows Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Angel, and Dollhouse. He said Del Toro will serve as producer. Yeah, it's going to be his feature
have to
film
double-check
directorial debut. I'm not going to disagree that there might have been another showrunner, but at least for part of season 1 he was.
All right, everybody's looking at their electronics.
Sorry, I brought that on. I was.
All right, so while we're confirming that, Matt, you had another story about X-Files.
So the X-Files little mini season thing that happened, it's over. And I'm sad because it was only 6 episodes. And it ended. I mean, it was the absolute definition of a cliffhanger. Like, there really is nothing more that could be done.
Maybe it'll be like the Prez, and it'll be two 6-parters.
That I'd be happy with that. Just as long as I get some sort of closure, because there was absolutely zero at the end of this episode.
There's no way they're leaving it like that.
Well,
And if they do, that's just hideous and awful.
I
They
know.
should burn.
Now, apparently, Chris Carter, who the creator of the X-Files, he has been quoted as saying that Fox hasn't come and talked to him yet, but he has every belief that they're going to come at him asking for more episodes. So then it's just a matter of getting David Duchovny and
Gillian Anderson.
thank you, to get their schedules to work out so that they can do more episodes.
Well, if they're smart, they will drop everything else.
Right. So nothing's confirmed, but Chris Carter seems to think for sure that it's going to happen. He thinks it's just a matter of when, not if. Fox comes and asks them for more episodes.
What do they do, or what do we do? What does everyone do if they decide they're like, okay, we're done. We're going to make another movie to finish off that cliffhanger and then just be done?
I don't know. As much as everybody hates the movies, I enjoyed them. So I'd be okay with another movie to finish it off. But
I mean, I'd almost I would almost prefer another movie versus another, because what are they going to do at the end of 6 episodes again? Just do it again and then just leave me sitting here like,
yeah, the whole setup for the 6 episodes was a little awkward, considering that there was the main story arc, which was basically episodes 1 and 2 and 6, and 3, 4, and 5 were more or less classic X-Files episodes, but it just kind of took you out of the whole thing, and then all of a sudden the last one you come back and go, hey, here's the main story arc, and we're not really going to finish things off.
Keeps you guessing.
I haven't watched it, but that seems like a really bad idea.
Which part?
Just all of it. Like, let's bring it back. Okay, fine. Let's bring it back under this kind of a storyline. But then we're going to, hold on a second, we're going to do something different, completely different for a little bit. But first, we're going to go back to this. And, oh, wait, we don't have anything else, but there's something else that should be here, because there should be, but we don't have anything planned.
Yeah, and I don't know if maybe it was on, Chris Carter's, I mean, he's the creator of the whole thing, but I don't know if it was under his, guys that they went ahead and said, let's do this, let's leave it as a cliffhanger so that we leave people begging for more. I don't know.
Those greedy bastards. Yeah. They want more money, that's all.
I mean, who doesn't?
Right.
But all right. So, small bit of Star Wars news. Carrie Fisher took to Twitter, and she posted a picture of her dog on a on her set chair or whatever, and the chair confirms the film's production title, which is Space Bear Episode 8. I just think that's really fun, and I really hope we see some Ewoks.
Yep.
So, also, and I'm kind of disappointed by this, but whatever. Today is the 200th episode of The Big Bang Theory. And because of that, Pasadena has named today the Big Bang Theory Day.
that's not okay.
At least it's Big Bang Theory Day.
That's, well, I mean.
They could have not, yeah.
They could have, no.
I thought Wednesday was Hump Day.
Oh, Jesus.
So, who was one of their special guests tonight, Mitch?
Oh, they've got a ton of special guests. Stan Lee, Adam West, a couple other people.
But those two for sure.
Those two for sure, yeah.
As long as they don't film in Canada.
Eh?
Right. Well, he just said that August is his last trip to Canada.
Okay, so he might be making more in between.
He can go up there every other week if he wants to. But then
in August, that's the last time.
As of September 1st, his passport is no longer welcome in Canada.
I almost choked on a jelly bean. Not gonna lie.
So, let's see, Tabitha. Yeah, let's talk about a way to replace dialysis.
Okay, so most of you in the room probably don't know this. This is a bit of Tabitha trivia. I only have one kidney. I was born this way. Lady Gaga, you're welcome. I'm glad Mitch was the only one that laughed at that.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
I feel like we're going to have to, like start counseling between Tabitha and Chuck before.
Let's just move on.
It's not going well.
Anyway, I only have one kidney, and they have found a way to not necessarily fully replace dialysis, but to replicate kidney cells with these little nanofilters that they can essentially put in. If you have a kidney tissue, which, raise your hand, I have kidney tissue, it just doesn't function, they can put the nanofilters in there and work them, from what I understood, remotely, so they will filter like your normal kidney.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool.
Right? I'm real excited about it.
So you can get like a smart kidney.
Yeah, it's like a smart house, but it's a smart kidney.
Awesome.
Would it come with apps?
I don't think I could check Facebook with my kidney and be like, oh, hold on a minute, guys.
But you could like check in.
Check in my kidney on Foursquare. Tabitha's kidney is now at Barnes & Noble. Tabitha's kidney is now at the movies watching this. No.
That's kind of weird, man.
Why do I talk to you people?
Because it's fun.
Oh, yeah.
So speaking of apps, so the Google-owned navigation app Waze, which I didn't realize that Google owned Waze.
I didn't either.
I figured they had Google Maps, and that was, good enough. But anyway, they have a new voice for the navigation system, and that is none other than Morgan Freeman.
That's amazing.
Shut up.
Yes.
I am officially, because like for Uber, when I drive for Uber, I have to either use like Waze or like the built-in, and the built-in's so angry, I am officially switching over.
Now, I don't know how long this is going to be, because it's just like a promotional thing for London Has Fallen, which Morgan Freeman is in the movie.
It's going to be the longest night of your life.
But
Maybe don't play that part when people are getting into your Uber, though.
But that said, when I found out about this, I downloaded Waze. I made Morgan Freeman my voice or whatever. And then for the rest of that day, I drove around, going to places that I knew how to get to. But I drove around and let Morgan Freeman tell me where to go.
That's fabulous.
That said, one of the places was Killen's. And it kind of speaks to, I guess, the system itself and not necessarily Mr. Freeman. But it was trying to take me to Killen's old location. Because, like, at first it was telling me to take all these really weird ways. I'm like, no. There's a very easy way to get there from my house. Why are you making me do this? And then I thought about it. Oh, yeah, you want me to go back there. So.
But that's not Morgan Freeman's fault.
Like I said, it's not his fault. But it's not, necessarily.
I mean, he's a man, bad sense of direction, all that stuff. So,
Wow.
Hey. Yeah, your guys are welcome.
Wow, I'm kind of offended right now.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Really, that's what I say, and that's the thing that I say that offends you. After all this time,
Google, huh?
Yeah.
you get mad at me over maps.
What else about Google?
Oh, we're getting there.
Okay.
Yeah. I know you're chomping at the bit. But before we talk about another Google story, Matt had a little bit of casting news for the new Powerless show.
What? I'm sorry, I'm downloading Waze.
Are you really?
No, I am literally. Yeah, I am actually.
All right. Well, while he's doing that,
Hey, man.
Yes.
I'm literally doing the exact same thing on this phone.
Okay, I can read my article now. It's installing. Priorities. Gotta make sure I can get home. I want Morgan Freeman to take me home. Or drive me home.
Do you now?
Keep talking.
Okay, so Powerless casting news.
That took an awkward turn.
He told me.
I think we broke Matt.
Poor Andy.
Breathe, Matt.
Just talking about ways and said it took an awkward turn.
I was gonna make an awful Morgan Freeman impression, and I'm just not gonna do it.
Somebody else might have to go.
Yeah. So, all right. So earlier this week, Vanessa Hudgens was announced as the star of Powerless.
What is Powerless?
It is a show put out by NBC and DC. That's basically, it's a workplace sitcom based in the DC universe. So Batman's not necessarily going to be a character in the show, but
They know he exists.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
and it's about this insurance company who has to clean up superhero messes or whatever.
Okay.
So Vanessa Hudgens was cast earlier this week, and then there was and then it was announced that Danny Pudi from Community and Captain America, Alan Tudyk, and Christina Kirk have also been cast in the show.
Cool.
Don't everybody talk at once. I know we're all chomping at the bit here.
No, that's cool. I didn't know that was a show.
Yeah. So, obviously, I'm excited for Alan Tudyk, but
Yeah, Con Man was hilarious.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh. The first half of the series, or season 1, was awesome, and then it kind of lost its momentum. But even so, they're what, 10, 15 minutes long?
Yeah, they're like 10-minute episodes. So
Yeah, it's a great way to spend an afternoon.
Why is Vanessa Hudgens in this? I guess I'm just confused. Like, all those people have, like...
Real careers?
Yeah. Chuck said it. I didn't.
I'm not necessarily disagreeing.
She just seems kind of out of place in that,
She's
like,
the
list of
good-looking
cast.
one.
Oh, no.
Well, I mean, compared to the other ones that I'm familiar with. She's better looking than Alan Tudyk.
That's incorrect.
Okay, for me,
Wow.
For you, yes, that makes sense. But no.
So, all right. So real quick, because otherwise I think Chuck might reach across the table and slap me or something. So Boston Dynamics, which also surprised to know that it's owned by Google.
That kind of scares me.
Yeah. So they released a video earlier this week about of Atlas, which is a humanoid robot that walks upright. He's 5'9", 180 pounds, and he's able to open doors, hike through snow, and stack boxes. Also, there was a scene or whatever of Atlas getting bullied by this guy, like pushing him with a hockey stick or whatever, and Atlas is able to catch his balance before tumbling, but when he does finally fall over, he's able to get back up.
with a vengeance.
What?
Yeah. If you've watched the video and if you haven't seen the video, it's on our Facebook page, and you should probably also like our Facebook page. But that's another story. But yeah, when he gets back up, it's terrifying. I want for somebody to recreate that video, but with
A real person?
well, no, but with when
The Undertaker?
well, but no, when Atlas is getting back up for some ominous movie soundtrack to be played in the background.
Yeah.
I really want that to be a thing.
It was playing in my head when I watched it the first time.
So
Okay, so Google owns Boston Dynamics. They've got all these really cool robots. They've got Waze, so they know how to get places. They've got all of our information. And pretty soon, Google's going to take over the world.
I mean, in a sense, Google already has taken over the world. Now
Yeah,
they're just
but
going
now-
to kill us for funsies.
Now they're going to have the muscle to take us out individually.
Let's get started.
You just gave Google permission for Atlas to come find us right now. You know this, right?
What if they give Atlas Morgan Freeman's voice?
I was just thinking that, actually. It's like, what if he busts through the door with Morgan Freeman's voice?
You're going to be relaxed and scared all at the same time.
That I guess that'd be a good way to die.
Where's the voice? No, I want to hear the voice.
No, it won't do it.
So, Tabitha.
Oh, yes.
So what happened on the dark side of the moon?
Pink Floyd.
Thank you. So every time I've read this article, which has been multiple times because it keeps popping up on things, I keep hearing Pink Floyd in my head, which is not a bad thing, but also it's kind of annoying. Okay, so in May of 1969, while passing over the far side of the moon, the crew of Apollo 10 heard something strange. They heard what they described as outer space type music. When the communications channels reopened, they failed to mention it to Mission Control because they thought that they were going to be concerned that they were crazy or that they were losing it. So it's like a whistling sound, and if you watched the video, it's like you can hear it, but it doesn't sound like anything really at all to me. I don't know, but they they sent Apollo the pilot of Apollo 11 also heard the noises, but he didn't think about anything about it because he had heard that Apollo 10 had also heard the noises and just whatever. Obviously, this is not like, the Martians like playing their boombox outside some girl's window or anything, but it's pretty neat. Like, what is it? Like, is it like bouncing around? Is it some kind of sound reverberation from something?
It's the Star Trek theme.
Probably, yeah.
Well,
Captain Kirk's taking a really loud shower.
but the article did mention that it's supposedly radio frequencies or whatever interacting with each other.
But what if it's not?
But exactly. I really want it to be aliens.
We all want it to be aliens.
True story.
Then it's going to be Independence Day.
Will Smith will save us. It'll be fine.
No, Atlas will save us.
Oh, that's right.
Voiced by Morgan Freeman.
Chuck just gave me the look of death.
Not cool, man.
He looked at me as if I were Atlas.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm still kind of going back to that and thinking about the one robot that Boston Dynamic that could jump up onto a building.
Yeah, the flea.
Right.
Oh my god.
So you give that power to Atlas.
Screwed. I mean, granted, Atlas doesn't have fingers. He's got these He's got these little pads.
Nubs.
He's got these pads that he uses to pick up the 10-pound boxes. But all he'd have to do is crush your head. Be awful.
And it's only a matter of time before they give him fingers.
They just got to come up with the little servos to make it happen. It's going to happen, people.
Although I just watched the video. As long as you don't run around wearing QR codes on your chest, I think you're okay.
They're trying to chip everybody, man. It's going to be in your
I just bought
skin.
3 brand new QR code shirts. Thanks.
Atlas is coming for you.
The tattoo of it, like on the back of your neck, like those people were doing.
Like Hitman?
Yeah.
Instead of barcodes, they're now QR codes. Yes. Technology advances.
So, Matt, you had another story about who Ronda Rousey wants to be when she grows up.
The time has arrived, President Wazer. The world awaits your commands.
I can't get over this. You guys have no idea how excited I am about
this. So Ronda Rousey, when she grows up, wants to play Samus in a Metroid movie.
Well, that's cute.
Right. Nobody's even discussed the fact of whether she can actually act or not.
I don't know what Samus is.
Metroid.
Okay. Not a gamer, dude.
I mean...
Wow. Chuck's really aggressive this
It was
evening.
really.
I'm really hungry.
So he's hangry. That's the
Somebody
feed the man.
No.
Jesus.
I mean, it's
I'm
an
wanting
old...
the chicken and waffles.
How long does it take to get to Ohio?
Well, keep in mind you've got that like hour jump or whatever.
And Morgan Freeman can get us there.
Atlas can take our order when we get there.
Oh, God.
That's what this country is heading towards.
I'm proud to be an American.
Tabitha 2016.
Go ahead,
And you
Matt.
want me to go back to Metroid now?
Right.
Well,
What is Samus a character?
Yes.
Okay.
Samus is the main character in Metroid. It's an old side-scrolling shooter, like platformer, similar to Mario, but set in space with aliens instead of mushrooms and castles and princesses.
Mother Brain. Yeah.
Mother, yeah.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Hasn't she acted before though? Wasn't she in like one of the Fast and Furious movies?
She was in like the last Expendables. Wasn't
That
she?
too.
Oh yeah, I guess she was in that.
I know she
So-
wants to be Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I heard.
Yes.
I saw that.
I don't know about
Which
that.
that's been out for a while. Her desire for that has been out for a while. But I guess she said that she wants to play Samus. It would be badass. Which I have to agree. Samus is a badass character. But
I'm gonna have to look this up.
yeah, I don't know. I just don't know.
I don't know why everyone thinks they need to be an actor nowadays. Like, oh, I can MMA fight. I should definitely be in movies. No, you should
I own an
MMA
internet
fight.
radio station. I should be in a movie.
Sure.
Actually, we can make that happen.
I also own a production company. I'll just make my own.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying.
you should
We
write
can
a
make
letter
that
to
happen.
however you say her name.
Randy
Ronda Rousey.
Rousey.
You know, that's a valid thing. Maybe I could make the next Metroid movie,
There you
and she
go.
could be my star. I mean, she already wants it, so I mean,
You would have to pay her. You know that, right?
Well, if she wants it bad enough, she'll take a lower cost. I wouldn't know. I'm not going there.
Jesus, Mitch.
Wrong show.
really, every time at the end of this damn show, it gets dragged there.
And see, my
It
thing-
wasn't me this time.
I wasn't even trying to go there. I just meant like Pickett would pay her like $20. Be like, here you go. That's all you get.
That's a
She
chicken
would
and waffles.
beat his ass.
How long is this movie gonna be?
20 minutes.
Or less.
$1 a minute.
That's how I roll. It's more than I pay most people. Trust me.
Yeah.
I believe you.
Hey, Mitch got triple invisible overtime for the epic movie show
He
after
did.
Deadpool.
He did get triple
That-
invisible every time.
That check bounced, by the way, just for the record.
Did it really?
It did.
I will call the accountant.
Yeah.
I apologize.
It's all right.
Aren't
We'll
you
work
the
on that.
accountant?
Yep.
So, all right, we've got a couple stories left, and we're running out of time. So,
Samus is kind of hot. I ain't gonna lie.
so
Now he's on board.
So the first one, guys, Comic-Con San Diego is sold out already. So,
Yeah, I legitimately had my opportunity to buy tickets this time around.
oh really?
Yeah. I got the email like a long time ago, and they're like, hey, your registration opens up in this date. If you want to get a ticket, you can have one. And I said, I really want one.
You should have got one and then sold it.
Right. That being said,
Could have paid off some bills.
I'll tell you what. That being said, I wouldn't want to buy one without being able to actually go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be just depressing.
So
Like, hey, I have a
I will.
ticket that
I will
can't
reserve
use.
my place again next year. Like literally, it's been. Well, we got back from Chicago Comic-Con when
I don't know.
August,
Something like
sometime
that.
in August. It was in September that I reserved my spot. So
That's not bad, actually. That you're able to reserve, as late as September and still get an invitation to buy a ticket for this year.
yeah, it was for the open registration. I'll do it again next year and probably every year until I can actually go. And then once you're in, you're in. Because then you automatically, the way I understand it, is once you have a badge, then you can buy a badge every year without having to go through the crap.
Really?
Up to a certain point, and then they sell yours.
Yeah, August 22nd.
Maybe that's why they have such a high demand or whatever. Because for this year they sold out in less than an hour.
Yep.
I know what I'm doing when I get home.
Reserving a spot for next year.
Yeah.
Listening to Morgan Freeman. Dreaming about chicken and waffles.
Or you could be doing what Tabitha's last story is about.
You guys are gonna hate me.
Too
You're
late.
actually,
We don't already.
You're actually gonna hate me.
Too late.
Oh my!
I'm just teasing.
I don't even know which one of you said that because I wasn't looking. Shockwaves to your penis could replace
buzz.
Viagra. In case you wanted to know.
Not necessary, but go ahead.
So when I posted this, Mitch's first comment to someone that also commented on it was, "Leave, you're not doing that to Lil Mitch, LIL apostrophe Mitch,"
Yep.
which is upsetting and terrifying. So, Viagra. Obviously, we all know what Viagra does, right? Nobody needs a sex education lesson in here.
Could you explain it? I'm just kidding.
I'm not gonna do that. You can use Google.
Touche.
Atlas knows.
I wonder if Morgan Freeman will tell me.
I wonder if you could turn him into Siri
That's
and
kinda
start asking him
creepy.
questions.
My good friend Andy Dufresne didn't need any Viagra.
Go on.
I can't. I don't even know anymore. We're back to that part where I'm unable to even.
Shock
Okay.
waves.
Shockwaves to your penis. So instead of Viagra, I don't know how they do this. I don't know if it's electrodes.
Rumble pack?
I don't know if it's something you yeah, put it in that just comes at it from
Wait a
all
minute.
sides.
What do you mean put in?
Put it in.
Oh, put it in. Okay.
Put it in.
Gotcha.
I don't know if it's like a box that
Like
you
a
put it in.
sleeve of some kind.
Like an envelope to,
Excuse me.
But it sends shockwaves, and I can't even talk to you people right now.
Well, no, I'm kind of curious as to how the shock waves are administered.
I don't know. It doesn't say. It's not going to stimulate it enough to perform anything.
Right.
So I don't know what the real point of it is, but it excites the blood vessels, for lack of a better word, and gets everything, moving in the general right
Open.
direction.
Yeah.
Blood pumping.
But so it also so they've been testing it in all places, Denmark, of course, because why wouldn't they? They recruited 112 men ranging in age from 37 to 80 who couldn't have sex either with or without medication. They split them into two groups, gave half of them the treatment and half of them the sham therapy, which I really want to know what the sham therapy is, by the way.
I think that's just like a placebo.
But But if they knew they were going in for shockwaves to their penis, how are you going to fake a shockwave to the penis?
Yeah, you're right.
And they just don't. I feel like you would feel that, right?
Well, I would imagine.
Some guys got the little egg.
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
You don't.
Okay.
We don't need to. What has happened to this show? How did it work out for him?
Positive results were seen in 19% in the active treatment group. They were still able to have sex without drugs after the trial was over, though.
Wait.
So it actually worked.
Well, no. I want to address another issue.
Oh, no.
Do you think that's it?
Oh my gosh. What in the world are you doing? Why? Get that away from me. I want to address an issue that I need addressed.
That looks awful.
So they didn't just try to stimulate. Was it like okay, we're going to stimulate you and then you're going to go have sex?
They tried to make it work. I think they probably sent them home, though. I don't think that it was...
That's my question. How do they know?
I don't know. It's Denmark, so it was kind of vague, just to be super real with you, but,
Well, see, now this one...
Come on, man!
This is science, man!
he's not
This
wrong.
is just actually just like a...
Pick just
A
hoping this
wand.
isn't on his Wi-Fi.
It's a wand that they just kind of...
Like a fairy princess wand or something?
No,
like
no,
glitter and-
it's much larger. It looks like they're just massaging.
That still looks awful.
Not really.
Anyway,
It's
I still want no part of this.
My question is, if you had this problem, and you're a man between whatever ages I said a while ago, between whatever and 80, do you take the chance that the shockwaves to your penis work? Or you're just like, you know what? I'm good.
Well,
I don't need to do that.
I think it depends on a couple things. One, do you wish to be sexually active? Two,
You're a man.
Let me finish. Two, are you able to use medication? If not, and you want to be sexually active, then what have you got to lose?
Right, but
I guess
if it's painful,
that you could lose it. I'm out. No, I'm just out. There's nothing about this that sounds fun. I'm just out.
poll
Again,
of the
it
room, who's in?
Pardon?
I said poll of the room, who's in?
Bad choice of words.
It depends. It actually, for me, it really. No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. I'm in. My thing.
Chuck's like, I don't have a problem, but I want to try it anyways.
Exactly.
Just sounds fun.
My thing. It could be. My thing is that it really all depends. You all right there, buddy?
That is red.
No, okay. It all depends on the application. Because I mean, what I saw, I don't know if any of those were actually what they're doing in Norway, Sweden, whatever it was. Denmark. So, I don't know.
I want no part of it. I mean,
Leave little Mitch alone.
Exactly. Like, granted,
Little
yes.
Mitch could be Big Mitch.
Well, but the article did say that supposedly like the treatment doesn't hurt that bad, but
That bad.
That bad? Come on!
So there's a chance it's gonna hurt.
it says you might feel a little burning sensation.
No!
Out.
No! That is it. Problem
Not at all.
solved.
I'm totally
Chuck, are
out.
you ready for the burn?
Feel the burn.
Okay. We're leaving politics out of this. But again, I'm down for just about anything. So
Well, there you have it.
Including
Yep.
getting it burnt.
Yep. That's-
Possibly burnt.
have you ever had a chemical burn?
No.
You ever left a hot dog on the grill too long?
Matt, that's the part where you mic drop and leave.
How do you follow that, Chuck? I don't think we can go anywhere with that.
I'm going to let that go.
That's probably a good call. Moving on. Tell me that wasn't the last story.
I mean, we haven't talked about the Galaxy S7 yet.
Well, look at that. We should talk about the Galaxy S7.
So, it was announced on Sunday that at the Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, Samsung unveiled the new Galaxy S7 and the S7 Edge. On the outside, they look pretty similar to the S6. The S7 is a bit bigger. It's a 5.5 inch display as opposed to 5.1 inches. But the camera on the S7 is kind of amazing. It's a dual pixel 12 megapixel lens, which is according to Samsung is the first for a smartphone. Promises faster autofocusing, wider aperture, and a 30% larger pixels than the iPhone 6s can produce. So it's also waterproof, which is something that Samsung has had before. Also, it's getting the SD card slot back.
That's what makes me excited.
Yes. And this article didn't say it, but I read somewhere else that the phone is capable of having a up to 200 gig SD card, which is kind of amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just ordered. It should be here today. My Note 5. Here's my issue, and I think these phones are fantastic. Galaxy phones are just top notch for Android, if you ask me. My issue is they make that, then they make the Note. In terms of cell phones, those are their two phones, but the Note isn't waterproof. Every other phone they make is waterproof. The Note is not. They've removed the ability. Well, they've pretty much made it to where you can't access the battery anymore, which is fine. I don't care about that. It would be nice, but if I run out of battery, I can swap it while I'm on the go. But if I'm really needing to use my phone for a phone, they do have the new ultra power saving mode, which at 10%, if you turn it on, it turns your screen to a grayscale, and it cancels out a bunch of apps, and it's just running a phone, messaging, and an internet browser. And at 10%, you can get 24 hours of use, roughly. So those things are all fantastic. Again, I'm very upset that I don't have an SD card slot because I've got a 64 gig memory card in my my phone right now that is just going to be sitting now. So I'm kind of sad about that.
Well, you can pre-order the Galaxy S7, like I did, and you can also, in addition to getting the SD card, you can get free Galaxy Gear VR headset.
There is that.
Those are coming out next month, right?
They're already out. A friend at work has one, and he showed it. He brought it into work one time. I got to play around with it, and it was really cool. And I was looking online and everything, and I almost bought one because it's like $100. I was like, oh hey, that's not too bad. But then I decided not to. And then when that was announced as the freebie or whatever, I was like, I am so glad I waited.
Yeah, I will wait around. I'll probably own the Note 6 whenever it comes out. Hopefully it's comes out with some kind of promotion. I could have gotten a free like Galaxy or not Galaxy, the Gear 2 smartwatch, but like, oh, it'd be a 2-year contract. I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that. I really don't need another Gear watch. I might have been more interested in the VR goggles. So.
Have you actually ever put those on? Like messed with them for like any kind of extended period of time?
Not an extended period of time. I mean, when I play with them, it was like 5 minutes max.
John brought a pair home from work, and it was the most traumatic experience of my life. I was miserable the entire time they were on because they were. I put Netflix in, and it like sets it up where it looks like it's a TV sitting on like an entertainment center, and you've got like a couch and then like some windows, so it feels like you're in a house. I was dying. Like I tried to watch an entire episode of something, and it was making me so sick in my stomach that I could not handle it because it's just so close and it doesn't feel right to me. I don't know. I also can't watch 3D movies though, so.
Well, that have a little bit to do with it too.
Like they have been having people bring them back because it's making them sick. Like motion sickness because they're putting them on in the car.
I can see
so
that.
that's their own
I mean,
fault.
I get motion sickness, and I don't really have any interest in the VR headsets for that exact reason. Because I feel like I'm gonna put it on, and 3 minutes in, I'm gonna want to puke, and I'm gonna be done.
Like I had a really bad headache for like 2 days afterwards. Like I felt like my eyes were like bulging out of my head. It was awful.
I'm still interested in trying it out personally.
I mean, I wanted to try it. Like I was like, oh, that's cool. Like whatever. But
I still want, if they ever get it out, I don't know if they'll ever come out with it. The game that's like the horror game, but it just uses your camera. Mm-hmm. I imagine with the VR technology, that would be amazing.
That would be terrifying.
Wouldn't it?
Better just play from the bathroom.
So,
anyways,
well,
I think that's gonna do it.
Well, of course it is. Should have stopped 2 stories ago.
See, this is what happens when you put me in control of the stories.
Thank you, Mitch.
You're welcome, Atlas.
can we all just like chip in and like see if we can't find like a little mini version to give Chuck for his birthday?
Oh, that'd be so cute.
I'm so nice.
I will bring a hammer. I will put that little thing down.
I just
robotic homunculus. All right. Do we have anything else?
No, that was everything.
All right.
I don't even know what to say right now.
What is going on?
So I found new music that I like to close out some shows with.
What is this? What is it? Like, I feel like I'm in one of those Japanese commercials that's like silently sending me subliminal messages, and I don't like it.
We're about to see like a floating head of Shaq.
I'm gonna go River Tam on people.
The screen actually looks like those characters from the Imaginary Friends.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Fosters.
Yeah. Home for Imaginary Friends or something. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for the Geek Awakens. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to check out all the exciting content on 217radio.com.
He's like waiting for that pause, too.
I was. Not going to lie. We will be back here next week, same time, same place. Can't wait to see you. Hopefully we can have a show where I don't say, come on.
That's not going to happen.
Nope.
But that's our job.
Right. You guys like it, so whatever.
Oh God, I'm dancing.
It gets
Little
you.
chair dancing there.
2 o'clock in the morning, you guys, this song will be playing in your head.
You'll be thinking of this song and eating chicken and waffles.
With Morgan Freeman.
With Morgan Freeman. That's the dream I'm going to have tonight.
trying to hide from Atlas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week. Everybody say bye.
Bye.
It's that amazing.